Good day. In this video we're going to look at 5 short cyclic quadrilateral riders. In each one of them we have to find the value of the small letters of the alphabet. Before we can do the riders, we must quickly revise what the two theorems are that we know of a cyclic quad. The first theorem says the opposite angles of a cyclic quadrilateral are supplementary, adds up to 180 degrees in other words, which means that red and that red angle will add up to 180 degrees, and that purple and purple angle would add up to 180 degrees. The second theorem says an exterior angle of a cyclic quadrilateral is equal to the interior opposite angle. That means that red angle there will be equal to that red angle there. I just did it in blue also. That blue angle there will be equal to that blue angle there. Please remember that it very seldom happens that you only use one theorem on a rider. In this first one, I will start by saying A is equal to 75 degrees. And my reason, angle at center is 2 times angle at circumference. And we always write the answer we get in on our sketch. Next we can see that angle A plus angle B will add up to 180 degrees, opposite angles of a cyclic quad. Then we will minus the 75 degrees from the 180 and we get B equals to 105 degrees. We write it in on our sketch. Here we have our second rider. Please stop the video and think how you would go about solving it. We can see that we have a cyclic quadrilateral, so that angle and that one will add up to 180, and that one will add up to 180. So I started with those two. I said 3D plus D equals to 180. My reason, opposite angles of a cyclic quad. Then we just solve this equation. 4D is 180 degrees. Then using our calculator, we work out D equals to 45 degrees. We divided 4 into the 180. This I then write in onto my sketch. And then I go on. I say that 80 plus the C is equal to 180, also opposite angles of a cyclic quad. Then we see C is equal to 100 degrees. Now always write it in on my sketch. Please stop the video and see if you understand what happened here. Here is our next rider. There is more than one way to solve it, but let's see which one I took. I said H is equal to 2 times G. Angle at center is 2 times angle at circumference. So I got the sum full of G's. Then we know that 5G plus G equals 180 degrees, opposite angles of a cyclic quad. Then we solve for G, 6G equals 180 degrees. Then we simplify it for G, so G equals to 30 degrees. You divide 6 with your calculator into 180. Then we write it in on our sketch. Then we just have to work out H. H is 2 times G, which is then 60 degrees. Or you can take him as angle at center is twice angle at circumference and bring it down as 60. Here is our next rider. We have a cyclic quadrilateral in here. We've got 2 sides that are equal there with the 44 degrees. We have to work out I. It's a little bit more work. I start in triangle EFH, the red one. We know that angle H is equal to angle F equals to 44 degrees. Angles opposite equal sides of a triangle. Staying in the triangle, I say angle H plus angle F plus angle E will add up to 180 degrees, interior angles of a triangle. Because we know that H is 44 and F is 44, I just minus them from 180 and I get E equals to 92 degrees. And I write it in on my sketch. Then we know that I plus E will add up to 180 degrees, opposite angles of a cyclic quad. And we know that E is 92 degrees, so we can just minus it from the 180. We get the answer I equals to 88 degrees. In this last rider, there's a little bit more work that we must go through to get to the answer of K. We have a cyclic quadrilateral, but we don't have a clear angle we can work with. We are going to start in triangle DAB. We can see that angle A will be equal to angle B, will be equal to 56 degrees, which we write in. Our reason, angles opposite equal sides of a triangle. Then we can see that angle A plus angle C will add up to 180 degrees, opposite angles of a cyclic quad. And because A is 56 degrees, we can just minus it from the 180 and we get C equals to 124 degrees, which we write in on our sketch. Then we go into triangle DBC, the red triangle here. Then we can see angle D will be equal to angle B will be equal to K. Angles opposite equal sides of a triangle. We can see that those 2 sides are equal, so the angles opposite them will be equal. Then we know angle D plus angle B plus angle C will add up to 180 degrees, interior angles of a triangle. Then if we add this up, we're going to get 2K plus 124 degrees is 180 degrees. Then we solve for K. We first take the 124 and minus it from the 180 with our calculators, and then we divide by 2. Please stop the video and look to see if you understand exactly what happened. Please indicate whether you liked or disliked this video. You can also subscribe to the channel. If you have any problem in geometry, you can send a WhatsApp with your problem to this number, and you can send a clear picture of your problem. Then we will analyze it, make a video, post it on this channel for free that other people can benefit from your question.